and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 17th of December, everybody. It is flying. Days are counting down. So, Advent calendar first. Can you hear that rattle? I think we have diamonds again. Let's have a look. What type do we have in this one? Oh, we have a different type of green in rhinestone. That looks more of a lime green, and that's a square rhinestone. So that's today's Advent calendar. The link for the Advent calendar is down below. I'm going to be using a pink zesty tray today. I hadn't yet allowed myself to have one of these. But it's about time, so these will be coming soon in the shop, but not quite yet. And then I'm using a pen that was gifted to me by Melissa. So this can help if you have trouble holding some type of pens. So this is actually a Stabilo pen. And if you unscrew it, what it is a pink pen shortened down, and then it fits in. So I have changed the tip to one with a glue dot rather than the standard brass one. So it is actually the tip I was using yesterday. I pinched it. So it has a glue dot in it, and it actually has an everlasting tip in this one. But yeah, this was gifted to me by Melissa. So 775. Oh, we're getting lower on this next pot. Let's tip them all in. I don't think we're going to use them all for this bottom section, but we'll see how we go. Let's zoom you guys in so that I can get where my easel needs to be. Righty-tighty, so it needs to go a bit further towards the back. There we go. Oh, nice little interesting section, this one as well. We've got bits of blue, and of course the blue, the background, the grey, a little bit of orange, a little bit of pink, and yeah, we actually get the whole bottom row finished by the time this one's done. On a little roll, aren't we? So first things first, I do need to announce I now have a great nephew. Haven't got all full details through yet as I'm filming this, but I do have a great nephew. He was born on the 16th, and put it this way, my niece was in the bath at 4 o'clock at either her home or her mum's home, one or the other. And he was here by 6 p.m. He was actually here, I think, at about 20 to 6. Let's say we're still getting full sort of update, but he is here. He's safe and sound, and he was very, very quick. Definitely took us all by surprise as to how quick, because we were all waiting for like updates. From a partner, we were waiting for updates, you know, just to say, oh, she's in labour or anything like that. Nope, it just became a picture of his baby. Here's a baby boy. But yeah, they're both doing well, so that's good. And that, I think, is my exciting news for today. As this video's going up, I will have had my works Christmas do. Or at least I should have, but I'll be sure to tell you about that in the next whip and chat, and how our white elephant gift giving went. Should be fun. Okay, Tammy says she loves how I do my diamonds on the painting. Thank you. And All Things Crafty by Kaz. She says she just received her small glue dots from her order from us, of which we've just had a restock as well. Just so you know, we have got a restock. It is a stock item. We just sold many more than we necessarily thought we would. We thought they would just be something that people bobbed into their carts every now and then. But we've ordered quite a lot more, so hopefully it will stay as a stock item now, you know, one that we can be aware to restock sooner when they get low. But she said she got them from us yesterday. She also ordered a HP sprocket yesterday, and she got that this afternoon. That wasn't from us, but that is what I use in my diamond painting logbook. I quite often go towards the sprocket because it's quick and it's easy. The pictures are not the best quality at all, but they print out on a little mini photo sticker. So they're really, really easy to, you know, stick into my logbook and deal with. She says she has yet to use her sprocket, but she's in the process of repurposing an A4 notebook to be her logbook. Oh, there's some Christmas plans for you on the downtime. Give you something to do. 2010946 Iffy. She said, you're definitely doing the right thing. She said, your videos are always a pleasure to watch and listen to. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. It's things like that that keep me going. Even on the days when I'm not quite in the mood for filming, that definitely keeps me going. Lisa says, hi Rebecca, people use it for taking vinyl off the weeding tool. So this is in relation to day 9, where I got what I've now learnt they call a flower pot bin, because I did have a look on their website. The flower pot bin that I got in my advent, and using it to get the vinyl off a weeding tool also makes sense, because very similar to what I said, you could pop your pen in to like knock the diamond off the end of your pen if you accidentally picked up a trashy one or one with an air hole in it. I can see the same would work for the weeding tool. And in fact, the next time we do a batch of cover paper holders and pouches, which are due to be done, but Megan is the key assembler. I'm the weeder. I weed the bits out of the vinyl. It's sort of a team effort compiling that one. Most things are a team effort, to be fair, but we both sort of have our little tasks that we do in the shop and getting shop stuff ready. But Megan's been very busy getting a uni assignment done, and she's just started sort of a new longer term job, and she's had to do training and stuff for all of that. So pouches will be coming soon. They are in the house. They just need snazzing up a bit. So I'll be sure to use that bin when we snazz those up as well, because I can see that working really well as a weeding tool. And I think it's going to be an awesome rubbish bin for diamonds as well. I like it when things can be repurposed from one craft to another. Jackie said you could use the number 9 Advent, which again was the flower bin. She said you could use that as a drill bottle holder. You quite possibly could, actually. I'd have to check and see if a bottle of drills will just sit in there. Maybe hold them upright if you've taken the lid off. Make sure that they don't go falling over. That could potentially work. I like the idea of that. Nancy said, good day Rebecca. She said, what are you working on in the evening? So the first few weeks of Advent, I didn't get any other diamond painting done in an evening, apart from my evenings would be spent either sorting out shop things, various things from orders to, you know, packing orders, to making orders for things that we need to restock, to packaging up things that we've got in stock so that they're ready to pack quicker when we get an order. or it would be filming these Advent videos, editing these Advent videos and getting them uploaded, and occasionally just and replying to emails and comments and things like that. Or I'd have some evenings where, you know, I would get this video done, edited, uploaded, and then do nothing because I had no energy to do anything else. But I have recently, I got some time last weekend and I did finish the Grinch Christmas, the Ho 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 Christmas, or O Christmas, sorry. I got that finished, and I have just started the succulent from Home Fun that I kitted up just before Advent started. But I've just done a section of the white on that at the moment. I've not been able to get a lot of that done either. But I'm hoping to get more of it done over Christmas. If I do get the succulent one finished, then I will be moving on to the Minions. Is my plan. Is to move on to Diamond Art Club Minions, which is the other main painting I've got kitted up. And it's sort of the next painting that I want to get to the point of completion, hopefully. Because then I can kit up another big diamond painting if I get Minions done. And I do love the process of picking and kitting up a new painting, so I'm quite excited for that. I do also actually have just received recently in the last few days an unboxing for my other channel, Add More Zest with Diamonds, and I don't think the unboxing is due until January. Let me have a look. When's it due? Where are they? Okay, it is due at some point in January, actually probably near the end of January. It's due for an unboxing at the end of January, and it actually has a couple of customs in there that are a little bit different that I'm going to do as possibly like a mini comparison. So I'll be working on them at some point. I don't think I will get the video done and sort of give myself a head start on doing those. I think once the video's done, I'll pop them to one side and they can, you know, get done in January/February, but I'm quite excited for those as well. Just other things. Lady Dax is Paulette. She also has an Advent, and she opens her Advent alongside me, and sometimes she gets something slightly different. Normally, you know, it could be a different coloured diamond or something, and it was a different coaster, but sometimes she gets the same. So she said, I am so glad you got the same bluey thing as me today. She says she has no idea what to make of it, but she did notice that the bottom is a sucker. So what you think it is makes sense, which is the bin. She said she got herself a black tray, a pen and some other bits today. So her goodies from the launch arrived. So she's using them for the first time. She says, thank you. She put a new full metal tip on the pen and used our glue dots. She said she had to cut a little bit off as it was hanging out. Then the dot came out while painting. She said she scratched her head because she's been using glue dots since June now. She said, and then she looked at her pen tip and was surprised at how shallow it was. She said it wasn't even deep enough for a whole dot. Oh, so she said maybe others want to check the tip if their dots keep coming out. Was that one of the catered ones? Was that one of the metal tips that we got in the Advent calendar? Because I've not actually tried them yet. I might need to try them soon and give them a go and see how they behave. I just haven't used them because I've been putting all of my Advent bits. I've been stashing them all to do sort of a rundown of them all when they're finished. But yeah, I'll have to give them a go. Tammy said so much for her keeping up with me today. She says she's just poured the colour she'd finished doing into the wrong pot. Oh, she said now she needs to sort them out. Oh no. I've done that before. In fact, Megan and I did that on a kitting up of one of Megan's paintings, and we had to tip them all out into a very big tray, and we sorted them all out on camera because, you know, mistakes happen, and that's not what editing is for. It's not for deleting out those mistakes. In fact, it's very, very rare that I will. In fact, I can't even remember if I have ever deleted anything from a video. I've had my memory card lose a few bits on me at some point. The odd time when I don't check my camera and it's either saved itself or a couple of times it's not started recording. And I think I had one day where it wouldn't read it off the memory card. I was not impressed with that because that was a whip and chat. But yeah, I don't edit out all the mistakes. I just leave them in there. Because we all make the mistakes, don't we? And I always feel better if I know somebody else has made the mistake too. So if I make the mistake first on camera, and then you guys can tell me if you've done it as well. Samantha said she thinks it's for weeding vinyl on decals, she said, when you use the cry cuts. That does make sense that that's what it was made for. I think it will work for diamonds as well, the bin, but I also think I'm going to use it for when I'm weeding vinyl as well, because I'm forever pulling those little bits off the end of the weeding tool. So it'll be handy to have a bin as well to collate them all in. So I think it's going to have a good few uses, that bin. Laura said on the 9th, she said she couldn't believe that tomorrow will be halfway, she said. Or maybe she put this comment up when we were halfway. She said she got an advent calendar last year. She said this year's was more expensive. And she found that with last year's, she had already had a lot of the items in the calendar one way or another. Her thoughts were that if I'd not already done diamond painting for a while, so if she hadn't already been diamond painting for a decent amount of time, then it would have been great. She said, but she's not seen many other key companies do an advent calendar. That's what makes me wonder about doing one, is, you know, whether it would be seen as people wanting different items. I don't think it's something that I'd want to put quite as many diamonds in, but it's whether, you know, people would see it as expecting to have new and different items for all 24 or 25 days. I don't think I could do that. In comparison to, you know, things that we've already had. So, you know, washi tape in it or some diamonds in it, things like that. I don't think I could make them all different. But I don't know whether if it's thought of as a way to sort of expand your diamond painting goodies and stash, then maybe it would be worth it to do. Because it could just expand your collections of, maybe if you end up with another pen, it would be a different pen. Then she said, change of topic. Love a good change of topic. She said she thinks all companies should do mystery painting with a non-transparent cover, so with the opaque covers. She says, even if it's poured glue canvas, she says to keep the element of surprise. And she said, thank you so much for the waffles. Yeah, I do see your point on that one. I know I have seen with Diamond Art Club having the mystery, I have seen, I think somebody put a post that her other half covered the whole diamond painting in cover sheets for her, so that, you know, it didn't spoil the surprise, like she wasn't looking at it. I think there was something about it affecting her epilepsy as well, I think, in big areas. So the whole canvas being black and white had an effect, but not the small patches. But anyway, her partner covered all of the diamond painting for her in cover sheets. I think it would be transport of it. I know double-sided tape does have an opaque cover, but I don't know whether you can find, you know, that opaque cover in as big a piece to cover a whole diamond painting. That would be my query, but I think it could be done if that could be found, and I think it would be good for mystery ones, because if you do see them from a distance, you can tell what they are. You really can. Helen says the blue squishy thing she uses for when she's trashing vinyl from her weeding tool for her cry cut machine. So she guesses it will be to use with road diamonds, and she said I made her giggle. Oh, that's good. A giggle a day is always good as well. I just say it like it is. If I don't know what it is, we'll just play that game. That's fine. So Bella the Beast says she works one. She says whatever if I'm not one to whatever if she's not working on a kit that provides stickers or an inventory sheet. So if they don't give you stickers or an inventory sheet, then she just starts, she labels her containers like 1 to 21, I think that's what she's saying. 1 to whatever it ends up being. And she just works through her diamonds that way. You do you. I just wouldn't want to keep checking the tally at the side. I think that's what would stop me doing it that way. But if it works for you, then perfect. I quite like drawing some of the symbols sometimes. I make myself laugh with the way I draw them, to be honest. The cat lady says she has QS Quick Stitch. She has a QS Quick Stitch to start in the new year. That's a Heaven and Earth design. It's a cut down version of a larger picture. So if you're looking to do a smaller Heaven and Earth designs, there are ones out there that you can make work for you. Okay, let me change me diamonds before I start reading another comment, because otherwise I'll get all confused, and that's definitely not good. But this is the only hot pink bit on here. I keep double checking that because I'm sort of joining to all three sides now. I need to keep checking that there's not the odd row 1 or 2 diamonds that need, you know, placing, but isn't a big huge block of colour. But we get to do the rest of the little feathers hanging off the wolf. And then the next colour will be the orange, which is quite a big section, so that should keep me busy for a little bit. Pretty. I like it. Anna says another great waffle. She said thank you. And then she said Diamond Art Club just released 2 mystery paintings. She said even though they're both squares, she did decide to go for it and managed to snag one of each. She loves mystery paintings, so she's really curious to see what they reveal. awesome. Do you not normally do squares then, Anna? Squares, I like squares. I think it's a matter of going through phases. I started my mum off with squares, but now she's done a round. She actually prefers rounds. But maybe, like me, I did it sort of the other way. I went rounds, then I did squares and preferred squares. But then I got to a point where I liked actually doing a bit of both. I like doing square and round, and now I like to mix it up between the two. Round is definitely quicker though. But I suppose if you enjoy mystery paintings, it'll be good to do the square one slower, because you'll get to enjoy the mystery coming to life little bit by little bit, rather than it all being at once. I've got a rogue diamond. See, they've got a rogue diamond here. This is where I'd need my little bin, my little flower bin. I will start using that when I've done the whole. This is what I've got in my advent calendar thing. Cindy said she's still waiting on her advent box. She ordered it the day I unboxed it. She does hope she can get it before Christmas. So do I. If not, maybe you'll have to give yourself countdown to the 25th of January and still only allow yourself to open one each day. But I do hope it's arrived with you already. I suppose it depends on where you order it from. I know mine came through Amazon UK, so it actually came really quickly to me. But if you've had to order directly from their website, that may take a little bit longer, just due to shipping distance. She says she's loving the Advent paint-alongs, and this is the first year that she's been able to do it. Whoop whoop. Cindy's been watching for a while. She says mine is only a 30 by 40 Harry Potter, but she's also doing 2 collabs, Jingle Drills and DP Christmas Elves. She loves having a set time to do each of them. She says it makes her days pass faster and Christmas comes sooner. She's a huge Christmas enthusiast. She says, what are your favourite things about the season? She says hers are decorating, wrapping the gifts, baking the goodies for all the grandkids, and seeing seeing the faces of everyone, she says, as soon as they open their gifts. She also says she'll see me tomorrow. I enjoy the decorating. I did it a bit early this year. Possibly I would have been better and actually done it late, but I do enjoy the decorating. Other than that, I think I really enjoy like the Christmas Day part of it. You know, the getting up, all 6 of us in the morning, you know, opening all the presents. I enjoy Christmas Eve as well. That tends to be when we catch up with Australia and I see my niece and my nephews and what they've all got for Christmas. And then, you know, we go to bed, so Santa will fill our stockings up. And then we have Christmas morning as a family. And then we go to my sister-in-law's with, you know, all the extended family for Christmas lunch. And then, you know, by the time you come back home, 5-6 o'clock, and you've still got an evening, but you just get to chill and flop and do not a lot. And know that quite often I'm not in work the next day. I'm not in work the next day this time. I've actually got about 6 days off over Christmas, which is awesome because I could really do with that, you know, downtime as well as catch-up time. So I can do a bit of both. I can have some fully relaxing days and then some catch-up on stuff I want to get done days. But yeah, I just love the kids all being about and stuff, I think. and all the time off work and the days off work without the weekend commitments that appear. And then normally the day after Boxing Day, I like taking all the decorations down again. And getting my house back to some form of normality after Christmas to get ready for the new year. And I know some people keep their trees up past New Year and stuff. I never really have. It's always been probably the day after Boxing Day that it's like, okay, let's get the house straight again now. And then we can carry on with the new year fresh and, you know, decoration free, and the house is clean and straight, and seeing the new year the way I always hope my house will stay, but it never does. Helen, I kept this comment in here. So this is actually a comment on my needs versus want video that I must have made over 2 years ago. It is a video that I keep meaning to do sort of, you know, a fresher, newer version. But Helen did comment on it. She did comment in the group as well. But she did a comment on it to say that it made her giggle watching my needs versus want video 2 years after it's been made, knowing how many pens and trays that I have now. I'm pretty sure, and I haven't rewatched it myself because I'd probably cringe too much, but I'm pretty sure that in my need versus want, I did say that a fancy drill pen and or a fancy tray is a want, not a need. I think if I had them taken off me now, I would say that I need them back, and it is a need. And I'd said in the needs versus want video that I was happy using the pens, the pink pens that came with the kit. Oops, that has changed as time has gone on. I haven't needed to have the nice pretty pens. I have definitely wanted to have the nice pretty pens. I've just wanted a lot to have the nice pretty pens. And I definitely get my money's worth out of pretty much all of them. I'm forever changing them up. And it gives us variety on the likes of these Advent and Whip and Waffle videos that I can bring out different pens as well. See, I do it for you guys, that's what it is. Kathy, 5 Boys, she said she got the same in her Advent box. So Kathy, 5 Boys, has also got the same Advent calendar. So she got the flower bin. She says, and a drill trash can was the best that she could come up for it. She's never seen anything like it before. So there we go. The mystery of the 9th of December is solved. It is a bin. It may have been primarily made for people to use with a weeding tool when you're picking the little bits of vinyl out of something that you've cut. It may have been primarily used for that, but it is perfect for diamond painting and for getting those drills off the end of your pen. If you find that you pick up a diamond and go to put it down and realise that, you know, maybe it's too small or it's got an air bubble in it or something and you want to get rid of it, or maybe it's just one that it's the wrong colour in your pot, that's what we're going to use the bin for the future. We're repurposing it for Advent calendar, for diamond painters. Denise said, were you serious about trying to see if you can get more printers? She said, if so, have you worked out any possible options? She said, don't mind me. She said, I'm just over here excited that you have a problem that many small businesses would like to have. She says, wishing you continued success. We have discussed having more printers. a decision hasn't yet been fully reached. We think we could potentially put more, and I mean, as much as they could possibly go in the bedroom, I think I'd constantly feel like I have to go keep checking up on them. Whereas in the conservatory, I can normally hear. So I can hear if there's a problem, and I can hear them when they've finished to switch over. It's just whether with stuff that we've moved about to get the Christmas tree up, it's whether we could get one or two more in, sort of because of that rearrange. I think it's a little bit half and half. Oh, see, that's a diamond that's just not quite round enough. Sorry, you're going. Yeah, I think the question is whether it's possible. I mean, it is possible to run 5 a day rather than 3. It's just whether it will take too much time to sort of get them going in the morning. It doesn't take long in the morning, but I'm not a morning person. I think that's my problem. Because I'm not a morning person, I think it feels like a bigger job than it really is to get them all going and get them started off. And it really doesn't take long at all. So I can't, it's serious in the fact that we might do, but I can't give you an answer as to whether it's a yes. I mean, then again, we said this when we went to 3 printers. We did always think, you know, we'll get the, I can't remember if it was the 2nd or the 3rd one, and we were like, oh, we'll get the 2nd or 3rd printer and we can, you know, use it to run some tests of some new stuff that we may or may not want to do. Like, you know, hubby can print out things for his friends that they want 3D printing. And we can just use it to sort of fill up, get through the pre-orders, I think it might have been. Or maybe it was to get limited edition colours started, because the 2 printers we had were constantly printing for orders. Something like that. And we got one and we were like, once we've got on top of everything, we can always sell this printer. The 3 of them have been working since we've had 3. They've not stopped. And part of me would like to get to the point where I can have, you know, the 3 printers doing maybe the 3 standard colours. And then occasionally doing a limited edition colour on the standard printers, depending on sales of the normal colours. I like the idea of having, you know, printers available for all the standard colours. So whenever they sell, we can replenish the stock. And I like the idea of possibly, maybe not so much at the beginning, doing more limited edition variety of colours, but I like the idea of potentially doing more of each colour. So at the minute when we launch, oh look, I've missed, oh no, I've not done it yet. I thought I'd missed some. At the minute when we do a limited edition colour, we get like 1 filament roll, 1 big roll of the colour, and however many trays we get to print is however many trays go on the site. And it can slightly vary if we have a printer that's having a bit of a bad day or week, but that tends to be the rule we go by. I would love to potentially get another printer so that we could do 2 rolls of the colour, so that they do stay in stock potentially for a little bit longer, so that people have the chance to get one, and or potentially then leading on to doing more colours. We just need to make sure that it's practical for living as well. So jury's still out a little bit, Denise, but I have your purple, your dark purple, and I have since found a navy. I haven't yet purchased it, but I found a navy because I think they're the 2 colours. I think, and I'm sure people will comment and correct me if I'm wrong, if I've missed a colour, do let me know. But For colours that we have not yet done, so I'm not talking any repeats. I know people want orange again. I know people want the paler purple again. There's been talk of some other colours being repeated. So excluding repeated colours, I think I only have dark purple, like a 550, I think it was described as, and a navy, and I'm sure it was Denise who wanted them. They're the only two requests I think that we have left. And then of course we do know that people, you know, there'll be other maybe shades of blue. I know we've got some other shades of blue. I know people want some more of the paler purple. But I think they're the only two colours that have actually been requested that we've not yet done. And then it will be possibly repeating some colours, maybe bringing in some slightly different shades. Maybe when we repeat colours, we'll do them in different sizes, because we'll then have the zesty tray and the Add More Zest big tray. Maybe what we're going to do is mix it up. Or we may do it that we bring out the same colour but in both sizes. We're playing it a little bit by ear. I think we're going to mix it up a little bit for the first few months. For like February, March time. I think we're going to mix it up how we do it. And see how it goes. See how it goes down with people. But yeah, we forever have a stock of filament in. I'm sure we think the printers go through a roll of filament quicker than they actually do. It takes about 2 weeks for it to go through a roll of filament, which is why with normal stock we sort of tend to have 2 items, so normally 2 different colours of trays per launch, because that's sort of each month, because the other 2 printers tend to be replenishing stock other times. But yeah, I'd love it to get to the point where we could potentially double the stock we have available so that people can get hold of them, and or repeat more colours. We're not sure which yet, but we'll see. Josie says she has found... Oh, I lost where I was up to then. She's found that her lines are straighter when she uses the checkerboard technique. She goes diagonally from left to right, upwards, and then either fills in the spaces vertically or horizontally, and then she can use the straightener tool if needed. Yeah, the checkerboard technique is really good. I just personally prefer the steps. But it can depend on the diamonds. Sometimes the step method doesn't work for the diamonds if there's a little bit more of a gap around them. And then I do need to use the checkerboard for them to be straight. And then, I love this username, 4 Little E's from One Smiley Kylie. I love your username. She says, in New Zealand, we call flip-flops jandals. She says she loves diamond painting while listening to my videos. Oh, thank you. I like that. 4 Little E's from One Smiley Kylie. Let's do a couple more, just so you can feel as though I'm catching up a little bit with comments. But I'm going to zoom you out so you can see him so far. Kimberly Jackson says, love, love, love your channel. She said, greetings from sunny California. She's been using Christmas scented putty from Etsy and working on birds in scarves and Christmas hats. Oh, I'd love to see that. She said, for the Advent with you. She said, thanks for the idea. Amy says it's bin or a pen holder. Yes, we're going on a bin. In fact, I'm going to get it out because I do realise I've been talking about this flower bin, and some people may or may not have seen the 9th of December Advent. This was my 9th of December Advent. This is what got me all confused. It could potentially hold a pot. So it could be a pot holder. That's a different type of pot holder, isn't it? Not a pan holder, a pot holder. Or I think it would be good if you've got a diamond stuck on the end. You could sort of put your diamond painting pen down and then scrape it along the side. Or people have said to get the bits of vinyl off a weeding tool for the likes of a cry cut, and I like the idea for that. But it will sort of stick flat on a surface. And they have this down as being a flower bin. So there you go. Margaret said happy 9th of December, thank you. Oh, and then we've got a couple of comments on the 5th of December. So Chris McDougall says they do diamond painting advent calendar for December. They're doing the hummingbirds and it's a hurricane canvas. Susan said it was a very interesting advent gift on the 9th. It definitely, this is probably what I'd say is my best one yet. Not like best price wise, anything like that, just the fact that it sort of got me flummoxed and then got me excited as to what I could use it for. I think that's why it's been my favourite. She says she's like, Susan's the gadget queen. She loves gadgets no matter what they're used for. And she's going to look this one up and see if she can find it. She thoroughly enjoyed another day of waffling with you. She said, thank you for sharing. Yeah, have a look for a flower bin, Susan, see if that works. I keep trying to see if I can get a couple more in, you know, so I can feel like I'm getting ahead. But I've got so many people that have commented on past ones as well as ones from the 9th. I'm getting lost. Okay, last one, and then we'll do the rest in tomorrow's. Diamond Painting with Samantha says, I love your videos. She's been playing catch up. So this was commented on the video from the 3rd. She said life happened, so she's been behind in watching videos. Doesn't life always happen? She says she's into cross stitching now as well as diamond painting. So it's a toss of a coin if she's cross stitching or diamond painting along with me. She's a sucker for a diamond paint along or for doing stitch alongs. She said she has been wondering, do I cross stitch, since you shared a cross stitch piece in one of your recent videos. Okay, so you have seen the Christmas one. I started diamond painting, not diamond painting, cross stitching. I got my first one when I must have been about 12. I want to say 12, which is a frightening 30 plus years ago. Eek, was when I got my first cross stitch. I go in waves. So when I was pregnant with my first, who's now 25, I did quite a bit of cross stitch then. Then it seemed to die off for a little bit, but then I picked it back up again and I did quite a few on the run. I did the pick a stitch from DMC and we did pictures, and then it died off again. And then the first one I think I've done in about 3-4 years was that Christmas one, but I've not done one since. It's a hobby I dip in and out of. I still enjoy it. I still have my threads and I do a bit here and I do a bit there. Okay, that's enough waffling for today. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.